sticks my credence.
Oh, I love you.
Q&A, finally. This is we announced this during the Halloween Horror Month. You guys were fucking amazing this month. Just all the comments, all the everything. We love you guys so much. I can't take it in my bum hole.
It's so fucking sexual.
Love it. Before we get into the questions, we do want to announce that we're on something called Stardust.
Dust of Stars.
While it sounds like a fart in space, it's not. What this app is, and you can download it on your phone, it's free, it's fun as shit. We're on it. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff on there. What you do is you can turn it on, download it onto your phone, and then there's like short, like 30-second reactions, like quick reactions to movies and TV shows or whatever. So from now on, when we go see a movie, before we even do the review, we're going to come out and do an instant 30-second reaction.
Yeah, you hold it like a selfie. Let me take a selfie, and then you talk for 30 seconds. It's great! You'll fucking love it.
So yeah, guys, go there, follow us on there. We're going to be doing tons of shit on there, just even stuff that's not on the channel, like whatever we watch. We're just going to film quick things. So definitely go subscribe to that, and make sure you find us and follow us on that bitch. It's all inside. So the first one, and guys, if your question's not answered on here, basically I'm going to make a playlist of all the Q&As, because some of the questions have been asked so many times, and just for the people who have watched all of them and don't want to see the same answers, if your question's not answered, then it'll most likely be a question that's been asked before and is in one of the other Q&As. But if we do miss you, comment down below, let us know, and I'll either tell you that we've answered that question before or we fucked up and missed it, and we'll add it to the next one for sure.
Right.
So here we go. Steve Shams.
Shams? What have you been doing? Are you shamming people? No. That was a terrible joke. I'm
sorry. Fucking awful.
I had to do it though. ShamWow. But ShamWow.
He asked, if you guys could reinvent, make your own Jason or Myers movie, how would you do it? You can pick up anywhere in the timelines after H1, after H4, etc., and go off with your own ideas. Where would the story go? What would happen? How would you explain their powers, etc.?
That's a deep one.
Darkness.
Honestly, with Halloween, it's weird. I would probably go, if I had to reinvent or recreate anything, I might go with Halloween, but I think I would be more pulled to Jason, because I feel like Jason's stories have always been the same kind of tone throughout the entire series. I don't think they've ever gone crazy except when they went to space with him in Manhattan. That was fucking awful. So I would just send him to Vegas. No,
Leprechaun went there.
I think that, I think they did a pretty good job with Friday the 13th, the remake, even though I know there's a lot of hate on that. But I would go with something like that. I'd get more of a supernatural feel to him. And then maybe, I would keep the Pamela Voorhees storyline intact, because I think that's very important to Jason and what his development is as a character. But pretty much more viciousness, more... I would develop the counselors that have a little bit more of a personality rather than just, you know, fucking body bags that nobody gives a fuck about, and then have a hero that is actually somebody you can relate to. Like, you know, I think they missed an opportunity. I don't remember if it was part 2 or part 3, maybe part 2 with the guy in the wheelchair. I think that guy would have been a unique hero in of itself, because, you know, a guy, you know, having to stay in a wheelchair defeating Jason would have been a cool idea.
That would be cool to have somebody with a disability of some sort be the hero at the end of the day. I would totally want to go Myers, dude. I would want to go Myers with it full on. And what I'd want to do is I would want to keep all the lore intact, all of it.
Yes,
and I'd want to go.
Even Busta.
Yeah, I'd want to make H9 and pick it up there. And I think at this point, there's still people in the family for him to kill. I would go back and find Josh Hartnett's character or someone like that and follow that story.
Well, I mean, are you doing that? But that's a sequel. He said reinvent or recreate. So you have to go back and change it.
Reinvent / make your own.
Well, motherfucker, then I would go H9, but whatever.
That's what I was going with next. Like, either I would do that, or I would just make Myers like he at the end of H8, he's going to the hospital where his eye opens or whatever it was. I would take off from there, and like Myers, he's still gonna kill. Like, just because his family's dead, you know, even if that's the case, he's still gonna kill. I would try to find a really good reason for Myers to want to kill that people have killed, like they did in the Halloween Returns script.
The script was
where at the end he was like, "This town will never be safe again," and he wrote on the wall in blood, like, it's not just his family; he wants to kill off the whole town. I would love to do something like that. I think that'd be.
You could also throw Jamie in there, because Jamie's never really been addressed. After the 5th, well, the 6th one she was, but I would not kill her off that quick. Well, actually, you have to, because it was written in lore.
If I had the chance, I would have Danielle Harris in the movie, though, in some capacity,
some way,
for sure. Let me see. 55 Bueller asks,
why aren't you in school?
Could you tell us? And by the way, real quick. The last dude that asked the question asked how we met. That's in several of the Q&As. So, like I said, I'll make a playlist so you can check that out.
Another Motley Crue concert, 1981.
55 Bueller says, could you tell us the events that led to the conception of this channel? Very interesting.
Yeah, so this is how it happened. One day, I was walking by with a Walkman on when I caught a guy. We were...
moving with your auntie and uncle in Berlin.
Yeah, I got beat up and I moved to Philly. Mike and I used to play the shit out of Halo Reach, a little game called Halo Reach. I don't know if you guys know that. We started in Halo 3. And Halo 3. Started in Halo 3 and then we played Halo Reach. That's where we really got involved in it. I mean, Halo 3 was great, but we really got involved in Halo Reach. So one day I was talking to Mike over Xbox Live and I was like, hey man, you know what I just noticed? He's like, what? And he was like, I think it'd be really fun if we did a YouTube video, like, you know, talking about movies or some shit like that. And I was like, yeah, that'd be fun. I was like, how do you do it? I'm like, I don't know, I guess you just turn the fucking camera on and go.
I was actually kind of against it at first. Like, I don't know, man. At this time, I actually wasn't working. I was between jobs. I had a lot of shit going on in my life, and we were, you know, hanging out a lot more and stuff like that. So we're like, fuck it, why not? Let's do it. I wasn't unemployed very long.
I'm not judging.
But
I like how you said in between jobs.
Well, we did it, and I remember the first movie we did was Contraband with Mark Wahlberg. And it was funny because it was your fucking idea to do it, and I was like, finally, I was like, you know, all right, we should do it. You kept bringing it up, and I was kind of like, I don't know, that's kind of stupid or whatever. And I was like, but then I was like, let's do it. But then when I decided to do it, I was like, hey man, you ready to go? And you were like, I can't, man, I'm sick. And I was like, all right. And then the next time you're like, I'm tired. I was like, dude, if you want to do this, we need to fucking do it. God damn it. And you were like, all right, I'll come.
Mike got very fucking like wifey about it. He was like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to you again. And then
I'm not doing this shit half pregnant.
And I was like, okay, well, it takes two to tango. So yeah, we eventually wound up going to the theater. We loved it, and from then on we got hooked on it. We loved the fuck do it.
And we had a little tiny Kodak waterproof $60 fucking camera that was fucking shitty.
Mike and I, like, we tested that shit one time in the car we were driving, and we had it like this. It was just a shitty. And we look pretty good on camera. Yeah, up top. It's like, we can do it.
I remember getting 40 views on that video. And I was like, oh my god.
I was so excited.
It's weird. All right, so AlHex666 asks...
Oh, that's a bad number. You can go 777.
If you were forced to have Rob Zombie remake a movie, what would that movie be?
Ooh, there's a fucking deer in your yard. Oh my shit.
Yeah, they're always out here.
Holy fuck, that's a big one.
Have you come for the Q&A?
Oh, damn, dude. I never seen one up close before.
You should go try to fuck him. No. So if Rob Zombie made a movie, if he was...
Why y'all tell me to go fucking deer?
Rob Zombie remaking a movie, what should that fucking be?
I'd be The Blob. I would go with The Blob.
It makes perfect sense. I wish I could have seen that movie. I think that would have been
The Blob, there's two versions of it. There's the original one and then the 90s version. The 90s version is kind of gory and it's got some cool effects in it. That's the only thing I would trust with Rob Zombie to kind of win back the trust and respect of a horror franchise. The Blob is not a horror franchise necessarily. It's popular, but it's not like Chucky or Freddy or... Even though I said a long time ago that Chucky would fall into line with that weird, gross fucking sense of humor that Rob Zombie has. But then again, they're doing such a good job with it now, I wouldn't even want them to fuck with it.
Chucky's like likable though.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he would make you fucking hate him. So yeah, I think I agree with you on the Blob because I'd like to see the gore effects that he put into that when like the Blob like looks into you. I would like.
But then again, there is another movie I wouldn't mind that he tries to remake. I love this fucking movie, and I mean it's one of those movies that most people don't talk about, but I do.
Candyman.
No, Candyman.
I don't want to see that.
Candyman. I was going to say Pumpkinhead. Because the Pumpkinhead series, no, listen, if you think about it, the Pumpkinhead series is all about these redneck guys in the middle of nowhere that have this urban legend about Pumpkinhead that comes out of the thing, you know, out of the forest or whatever. And then you have these kids. I think he could do something with that, but then I'd be afraid that Pumpkinhead would like all of a sudden have a guitar strap and he'd be like, I'm gonna fucking kill you!
Pumpkinhead would have a beard and nasty teeth that he would just curse a lot. I don't know. I guess I think the Blob just because I'd like to see the gore effects from like the just how nasty you could be with that. But number 2 question for him: Fuck, marry, kill. Ooh, I love these. These are fun. Fuck, marry, kill. Leatherface from A, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, B, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, or C, the 2003 remake.
Okay, which one was it?
I'm gonna say fuck immediately. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, because at least he had lipstick.
Yeah,
crazy shit going on there.
I'll go with fuck on that one.
That's a little closer. Yeah. Marry or kill? I would kill the one from the original one because he scares the fucking shit out of me so much. That actually scares me. No, that Leatherface.
No,
they can go.
I'm gonna marry that guy. Wow. I'm gonna marry the original because he seems a very strong protector, and he has good family support. And the new one, it's more, it doesn't feel the same.
He truly scares me. I couldn't do it. The 2003 remake, obviously that's all I've got left to marry, and I would hide a lot. How do you marry Leatherface?
I mean, you gotta
come down here and get your fucking beans.
You gotta bring like fucking a lot of beef jerky.
Number 3, if you could have any horror prop memorabilia, what would it be? That's a good one.
The original 1978 mask, the William Shatner mold for Halloween. That's what I would want the most. That's it. Like the original fucking mask in complete restored glory. That's what I'd want. It's perfect. It's perfect.
I don't want to take yours.
Well, you
so
would.
I'm gonna make it better.
You keep it fucking away from me!
I want the whole outfit and knife and everything.
Yep, it's a jumpsuit.
Yep, I won.
No,
I won.
You didn't win shit. You
won.
can't double stamp or triple stamp.
I won.
Up for debate.
What's the next question? God damn it. What's the next
We're doing this like as live as we can. We're not really live, but whatever. Don't worry about it. Oh my god. There's so many.
Okay, 2 questions. This comes from Rock Music Forever 90.
Yes!
Ah! Yeah. Oh, okay. How did you guys come up with your theme music, like the lyrics and the sound? That's a fun story. We went with our friend Coleman, who does America's True Studios. This guy actually records like musicians that you see on CMT, like real life fucking music videos. He's super talented and an awesome guy.
He felt special.
He actually, when I was in a band before we did the channel, he recorded 2 little demos for us, like in his studio and all that. And we all became friends through that. He went to go see the movie Silent House with us, starring Elizabeth Olsen, and then if you guys
fucking drunk.
Yeah, if you guys look that up, there's a skit before. We did it in his studio, so everything looks different. And we actually did a skit where I had boobies. It was a fucking fun time, and he's an awesome dude. You should totally check out his shit. It's America's True Studios. And his link's always been in the description, because one night when we went and did that, we did that review, and he was like, I want to make you guys a thing just because I'm an awesome fucking guy. And that's actually his voice on there. It's all his creation.
But he was so like he let us be involved in it. So you know that we watched movie stuff. He was like, "What do you think about this?" And he would throw different sounds in. I'm like, "Oh, that sounds like some fucking '80s Rick Astley shit." I'm down. And he's like, "I know." He's like,
I love that.
He's like, "I know."
I love the
Yeah, he did all sorts of crazy shit, man. He's such a cool guy. He really is a nice guy.
And he did that for free, just for fun, because he's a cool guy.
And we actually shot, not like you said that we did a skit there, we actually shot the review there.
Yeah.
And that's why it looks so fucking unique. It looks like a studio quality kind of thing, because it was. I mean, we're literally inside of the studio doing it.
We're hoping to one day get with him and make a little like Halloween serious like short together someday. I think that'd be fucking awesome. So yeah, that's where that came from, and we're lucky as shit for all that. The second question, Michael, does having the same name as Michael Myers give you motivation to be him more when you are under the mask?
What is it, Mike?
No. What gives me
That's a fucking bullshit lie.
What gives me motivation when I'm under the mask is, how am I going to get this rubber smell off of me? Because I have to go pick up my kids later and I'm going to smell like a condom. That is the worst fucking thing about playing Michael Myers, dude, is that mask just... And then you have the black eye makeup and shit, and then the sweat just seeps into you, and like you're sweaty and you got thunder crotch going on. I don't even know what thunder crotch is.
You fucking horny.
But yeah. No,
I think the worst thing about when you... I haven't done it lately, but every once in a while, Michael, he's like, hey, put the eye makeup on me. So I have to touch his fucking eyes and like get his eyes. I was like, I don't like doing it. I was like, I'm in the band. Don't worry about it. But yeah.
Some of these I'm afraid to have questions inside of them and I'm missing them, because I'm just scrolling through the list of them right now. So again, if we miss it, let me know and we'll add it to the next one for sure.
Yeah, we'll do another Q&A for sure. I don't like to say for sure because you said for sure. Shit.
Stop copying me. Hey, get rhythm. When you get going.
I'm going to Jackson.
I'm going to Jackson. I'm going to mess around.
By the way, you guys are so nice. We're looking at the podcast that we did for Friday the 13th, and all your comments are so nice. I mean, it really is. Like, you guys, I don't know, you guys picked up on the vibe. We were feeling emotional. So, I mean...
Yeah, these comments, because this was on the Friday the 13th ranking podcast, and it like, just insane, like, amazing comments and words from you guys. You guys are the best fucking audience on YouTube. I'm not scared to say that at all. I love every single one of you.
Why would you be scared?
What?
Who's out there?
What are you waiting for?
Killing.
Bisexual badassery.
Ooh, God, I like that name.
Your icon always makes me want pastries and treats. Number one question for the future Q&A. The world turns into one big horror movie. All the iconic killers are on the loose. Ooh, I like what you do, Cabin in the Woods type shit. Hoping to take each other down to be the king, queen. Pennywise, Freddy, Michael Leatherface, Jason Samara, Hannibal Lecter, Carrie, Chucky, Ash, Pinhead, etc. If you could come up with one of them to take on everyone else in an epic showdown, who would it be and why?
I got mine.
Damn, y'all, that's deep as fuck.
I got mine.
Who?
I'm not taking Hannibal Lecter. All he's gonna do is talk him down and try to fucking eat him with the... I would take Pinhead.
That makes sense.
The motherfucker is goddamn demon spawn from hell with like chains and shit. But I just don't think that Michael or somebody like Leatherface would have the mental capacity to be like, what's this box? Like, you would throw Michael a box.
Well, you're just shitting on your own conclusion.
I know, but I'm still saying, if Pinhead came out of the box, I think at that point that it's over.
Yeah. I'm gonna...
Because he's got a whole posse.
I'm gonna go underdog. Because I want to.
You gonna go Hannibal?
No, I'm gonna go Michael. Now, Michael is my favorite. Now, if I wanted to go strategery, he threw a shoe at me. If I wanted to go strategery, I would probably go Freddy, because at least if Freddy needed to escape...
If I gotta fall asleep.
I know, some of them don't sleep, obviously, but Freddy at least has an escape plan. He can always just go back into Dreamland and nobody can fuck with him there, right?
Who the fuck would pick Chucky?
If you don't sleep, you can't kill him. So he can at least... He has time to figure shit out. But if I'm going with... I want to go underdog here. I'm going to go Michael, because, again... Sure, lots of these people are more powerful or whatever it is.
Underdog though?
I want to go Michael because I want to root for him and I want him to stalk and figure his way out. Now, I know it's unlikely he would win in that scenario, but I want to go Michael.
Well, I don't know if he's the underdog though, man, because Hannibal Lecter's on there.
Well, yeah, but
he's
that's
a
too
human.
much. I just want to go Michael because I want to, okay?
Michael Myers!
Fucking answered. I need it now. Question 2. Jesus, the beginning and end actually made me tear up. It was sweet. I'm at work and the chick in the cubicle next to me keeps looking at me. What the fuck is her problem? But really so sweet. That wasn't a question. But I really do appreciate that shit.
That makes us feel good. I'm glad that we helped you out in some way. Or at least made you feel something. But that's all true words. Those are all true words.
Aha. And by the way, bisexual badassery, I clearly see your name on there all the time. I fucking appreciate the shit out of every one of you and all that you guys do.
You're so awesome. I like you a lot. Does that cherry on top of your head mean something?
Caddy asks, question for the Q&A. Who comes up with the ideas for the skits? And do you prepare? Writing a short script of something, or do you guys improvise?
We never...
It's all over.
Yeah, it doesn't really have a specific origin as far as that goes. Sometimes we have scripted... Very little scripting. More like a guide of what we want to do, more than an actual script that we read and memorize to put on camera. And then as far as who comes up with the ideas, it's kind of a combination of both. I mean, Mike might come up with the initial idea, and then it just kind of it kind of gets put on as far as like created by us, gelled together.
Yeah, a lot of times we'll come up with the idea for it, and then when we're shooting it, it'll take a completely different turn, and it'll go like all over the fucking place. But the only time we've ever written something is like a baseline. Like when we did the Loomis interviews, we wrote out a couple of the questions. We would literally film one of us answering the questions written down, and then we'd do another one of us just going off the cuff.
Yeah.
And 90% of the time what we do off the cuff for those is what actually makes the video.
When you're in the moment, Mike gets fast.
But it's always just an idea, and then when we film it, it just goes off the rails, and we just do whatever we think would be funny.
Right.
So... let's see. And by the way, our reviews and shit have never been scripted. I know some people do that. We've never.
I don't know how do you do that shit.
I don't know how you do that.
I was like, yeah, I don't. Don't be funny here. Like, okay. I like fucking beats.
Chuck asks. Here's my question for the Q&A. What is your guys' favorite video game of all time?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
I'm gonna go Madden.
Yeah, I knew you could say Madden. I would say my favorite video game of all time. Fuck, man, I don't know, there's so many greats. I would say I have enjoyed and played the fuck out of Mass Effect multiple times. So I would say Mass Effect.
Over Halo 3? You piece of shit!
Maybe even Mass Effect 3 or not Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect or Fallout. Like, either one of those are great, so.
Renegade Hero asks, and you've been a huge supporter of
Renegade.
the channel.
Why are you so renegade?
And by the way, we did get your package that you sent. That last unboxing that we did was like strictly for the Halloween stuff, so I haven't actually opened it, so we will do that at some point. But you've been fucking amazing to us, and we really do appreciate the shit out of it.
You're awesome.
She asks, what is your favorite Universal monster / horror movie and your favorite Universal monster?
Universal. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Dracula. I've always liked him. I don't know. He's got that sexual tinge to him. He's got that power, and he's got that ability to get whatever he fucking wants. And you know, he's got the greatest job. You sleep during the day, and at night you fucking prowl and party all night.
That's
and
true.
Suck that blood.
That's true.
And I mean, because otherwise you got the Mummy, which is goddamn, you're rotting up. Frankenstein.
You're thirsty.
Yeah. you Frankenstein, you kind of like, ugh. And then you got Creature with the Black Lagoon.
I like the idea of Frankenstein more than actual Frankenstein himself.
But is he evil? Like, okay,
yeah, he's
nice. You do have a kind of a weird conundrum with him because you can make him evil, but you can make him misunderstood. So.
And I think that's why I would go Frankenstein actually, because he's so fucking misunderstood. He's so scary on the outside. I think there's a deep story there with Frankenstein. So I go with Frankenstein.
But Dracula got them fucking Dracula bitch, but he got like 3 wives. You know he's never bored.
He bangs a lot.
Yeah.
He totally bangs.
And you can have that power. If you can have the power of Dracula, I mean,
Draculas are super horny.
Yeah, they are.
Vampires are horny.
They are horny.
Super,
all of them.
Super horny. Vampires.
Why are they so horny? Like, is it just like if you're dead, you don't get no action? I guess if you're dead, you don't get no action.
They're really horny.
I wonder how that feels. If you're having sex with a vampire girl, would it be cold? That's a question.
Interesting.
That's a question.
Carpathius asks, my question for your Q&A are...
Carpathian.
how many subscribers do you estimate you would need to be able to do this full time? And is there anything us fans can do to help you too along beyond watching and liking all of your awesome videos? Thank you for asking. That is sweet as hell.
That's a very, very specific question, and it's a very nice question.
My deep goal before... I mean... I don't know how many subscribers it would take, because honestly, some subscribers they don't watch or blah, you know, it's views and all that, and YouTube demonetizes. So who the fuck knows anymore? Because if you're a horror channel, like half your shit at least has been demonetized.
They fucking attack us like a motherfucker. Even if we weren't a horror channel.
Plus, we're disgusting and we curse.
Yeah. So it's like automatically we're fucking on the outs.
Every video we fucking have falls under ban guidelines or whatever.
You mean we're not going to get invited to your birthday party?
But definitely the thing that you can do is obviously the Patreon. That's why we created it, since YouTube's doing this shit and crazy stuff like that. But if you don't have any money and you can't do that, the number one nicest thing you can do for us is to share our videos.
That's a really cool thing. And comment on the Twitter and get on the Instagram, go to Facebook.
Yeah. Is if you share any of our shit to your friends on any of your social media platforms and you infect more people with our disgustingness, which sometimes I don't even share on my personal Facebook because I'm like, oh, I can't have my kid's teacher see it.
I don't even let my fucking mom see some of these videos.
So I get it. But yeah, I mean, if you don't have money, I totally understand. I can't afford shit like that. You know, I mean, so I totally understand if you don't have money. That's the number one thing. But again, if you don't, sharing our stuff is the biggest thing you can do for us. It's the super nicest thing you can do for us.
So you keep being fucking awesome, and thank you for your question. We love your fucking face. Almost a booger came out.
Jeremy Webb asked, how do we become best friends? We've answered that before, so that'll be in the other ones. And again, that's just to save you guys who have seen that question answered so many times from having to sit through it again. But dude, it is answered in the previous ones, and I will make a playlist so you can check that out easily.
I don't even know why we're best friends.
I don't like you.
We hate each other's guts.
I was hoping someone would ask so I could answer that. Dylan Williams asked, but my Q&A question is, if you could sit down and have a beer with any horror movie actor, director, writer, who would that be, and what would you want to ask them? I got mine.
Go ahead.
This is off the cuff, so maybe I would change my mind later.
Nope, you got it.
But I'm going to go with the dude who played Leslie Vernon. Because that guy is just charismatic as hell, and he seems like he'd be fun as hell to have a few beers with. He seems like an interesting son of a bitch. Nathan Basil is his name.
I think I'd go with Will Ferrell.
Horror movie actor, director, writer.
Oh, he's a horror.
You piece of shit. Can't you read? Oh, you can't.
Fucking bitch. I've read that shit. It says horror.
You're like, horror.
Horror.
I went to the...
Alright, horror writer, director. Honestly, I might go with Doug Bradley from Pinhead. I think he'd be like really classy. And I'd be like, how'd you get your inspiration? He's like, he goes, I watched a lot of Bondish movies. And I just think he'd be cool to talk to. I don't know why. Doug Bradley seems like... I don't want to talk to Robert Englund. I don't want to talk to... We've seen Robert Englund. I mean, we didn't talk to him, but I don't want to... I just think Doug Bradley would be a really cool guy to talk to about... Or even Clive Barker.
Fun story about that, dude. I actually sat next to Doug Bradley while he had dinner.
You should have talked to him.
I didn't.
Like,
this was years.
You should have been like...
Years
You
before.
should have looked over and was like, happy are they who come to my side.
The first horror convention I ever went to was a horror/tattoo convention. I got my tattoo when I was like 17, and the guy who did it had it in like his book for like a competition or something. I don't remember what it was, but he took us to Nashville to this horror/tattoo convention, and I was just walking around drinking beer. I know I was 17. Secretly drinking beer, and I went into the hotel restaurant edition.
Hotel California.
And I was trying to watch the UK game. We were playing UConn in the NCAA tournament. We lost. I went in there to watch it, and I look over and fucking Doug Bradley and this dude who had like his whole body was tattooed in puzzle pieces. Like his entire body.
Okay, he might have won a contest.
They were having dinner together, and I was like, weird.
Actually, it'd be either Doug Bradley or Bruce Campbell? Bruce Campbell, but you gotta be careful with how you talk to Bruce Campbell, because Bruce Campbell will roast your ass. Like, I know Bruce Campbell would roast your ass. He scares the fuck out of me. He intimidates me.
Yeah, I'm the same way with that.
Like, because I would love to do a Q&A with him, or whatever, but if you had a moment to interview him, if you fucked up, he would kill you. Not literally, but he would kill you and embarrass you. And you're like, fuck you, Bruce Campbell. I like your chin, though. It's got a little dimple in it. Why weren't you a bigger hero? Do you like chainsaws?
Nick Tunes 125, I like your name, asks, do you think there are any modern horror icons? If so, then who?
I do, in some way. Modern being a kind of a certain word, but I would say that...
I still think a Ghostface is modern. I don't know if that counts.
It's the early 90s. Jeepers Creepers guy, I mean, the Creeper would be a modern kind of thing. Samara from The Ring would be a modern. The Grudge Girl, modern. Now, I mean, icon is a huge word, though. Icon meaning like, but they've spawned multiple episodes. Jigsaw is modern.
Technically, even though the last one was hot shit.
Jigsaw. I mean, Jigsaw is definitely a modern icon. So I mean, really, maybe there's just one. I mean,
when I think of true like icon, like I know that maybe it's too old, but I count Ghostface in that. I mean, they're doing the Scream TV series. Right now.
I would count Ghostface, but it came out in '94.
I think for me, like top enchilada, there's Jigsaw, but it's the traps are almost the thing. Like,
no, it's not. But I mean,
for me personally, I see the last true one that I really see would be
Ghostface.
Ghostface, yeah.
Yeah, he's the last true icon. But if you had to put a modern one on it, you'd have to put Jigsaw. But
yep.
Even though that kind of sucks, like that really shows that we're shoring up on fucking killers. So, bring us back, Jason and Mike.
I will find it.
I would find him.
I will find the next one. Yes.
So how you guys doing? How you sexy?
Yes.
No shit. You guys having a good day? You guys having a good night? How's your neighbors? How's your dog? How's your dog doing good? How's your cat?
How's your butt?
How's your butt feeling after last night?
Butt. Kvid. Kevin asked, dude, this guy's been super supportive of us.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy. Yeah.
Awesome dude. Number one, when are you guys going to cover all of Carpenter's other horrors? Dying to hear what you think of Prince of Darkness.
Maybe, you know, we're actually talking about doing a list eventually for some other things and Patreon and stuff like that. We're trying to get everything we can for the channel, but there's a lot of stuff that we try to put on the channel. But yeah, Carpenter, I mean, we love to do, you know, you got The Thing, you got fucking They Live. I mean, we're touching on all the Halloweens, and we're doing the commentaries for them all now. I mean, we're doing one a week. I mean, there's just a lot. That takes a while.
Fun story. I've never actually even seen Prince of Darkness. Never seen it.
You never seen that?
Never seen that movie. So and that's one thing. Now that we announced we're going to continue Halloween Horror Month all year long, we're going to continue doing old school horror movies and shit like that between commentaries and reviews and all that. And we're doing, like I said, on the Patreon, we're doing Patreon only, like certain. We're going to let people vote on commentaries once a month and stuff like that. I can't wait to dig into some of that shit, man. I cannot wait. And I think, by the way, if you guys have never seen this, really underrated John Carpenter horror movie called The Ward. Just came out not that long ago.
I remember The Ward. Yeah, that was a good movie. I liked it.
Number two, you guys used to be wrestling fans. Ever checked out the Broken Hardy stuff? I think you'll dig it.
Here's the thing about the wrestling stuff. I know who the Hardys are, Jeff Hardy and all them, and Matt Hardy, I think. I didn't really, when I was a huge wrestling fan of the WWF back in the late 80s, early 90s. Hitch. Fill the wall. I was a huge wrestling fan then, and then I kind of switched over to WCW when Monday Nitro came out in like '97, and I really got on board with them. And you know, Eric Bischoff was a fucking mastermind, and he got all the olds together: Macho Man, Hulk Hogan. I think even, well, you know, he had Saturn, he had the Outsiders there. He had a great fucking idea lined up, and so I was really big into that. So I didn't really get more involved in the WWF during the Attitude Era, I guess that's what they called it. But I mean, I don't know anything about the Hardys, but I would love, that sounds like a cool thing. I mean, I know the Hardys were like, I knew who they were back then, but
I still watch it every once in a while. Like, I'll watch some of the pay-per-views and stuff like that. I've never got into any of that stuff, but the 90s, like when it was at its peak is when I watched it as a kid. I used to get beat up in school.
Well, you watched the...
they made me pretend I was Shane McMahon. It wasn't fun.
Yeah, you look like him.
No. You go in the bathroom of my school, like they turn off the lights and hit you with their 5-stars packed with books and put in their metal chairs. Like, take it, Shane McMahon. I'm like, I want to be DDP.
You really be like that Full Metal Jacket guy, like claiming your gun, and he's like,
6th grade was a hard year.
But no, I mean, it sounds cool though. As far as the Hardy thing you were talking
For
about.
sure. Mariano Gomez asks, question, have you and Jay ever been interested in the same girl? Y'all ever fight over a pretty girl?
Well, I don't know if it's a pretty girl as a question.
There was when we were younger.
No, yeah, there was one girl. We didn't fight over her, and she wasn't really pretty.
We never fought over it.
No, we didn't fight her. No, it was like, oh, yeah, you know I fucked around with her. Shoot the basketball. It was this girl, I'm not going to mention her name. It was back when we were like fucking, I don't know, 17, 16. Yeah. But there was this one girl, I didn't know that she'd fucking been like passed around like a tricycle in the fucking neighborhood. And everybody had a piece of it. And then Mike said, oh, I was talking to that bitch. And shooting his basketball, so I was like, oh, you were? I was like, I didn't know. And he was like, yo, we didn't fight over it though. It was just kind of like.
You remember exactly how I was shooting my basketball?
Yeah, you were doing this. Your fucking wrist needed some work, but you tried. But I was like, yeah, I didn't know. And then we didn't fight over it, like I said. We just kind of, we were like, oh, you fucked around with her? Like, yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah, I don't think we ever. I don't think
we never chased after the same girl.
Yeah, I don't think we ever did that.
We have a very clear standard. Like back when Mike was single and I'm still single, but we were single together. It was more of those things like if we go out and you find somebody, that's your shit.
Yeah.
That's your angle and that's your field. I'm not gonna touch your Kool-Aid. I'm gonna go over here and find my own prism.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose not to eat with you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit over here and I'm gonna eat these
waffles. And
only
I'm just gonna back you up. If you need some backup, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, that's never happened.
If you say that you were a fucking brain surgeon.
I don't do no sloppy seconds.
Yeah.
Not with my friends.
If you say, hey, I'm talking to this bitch, I told her I was a brain surgeon, back me up and say, he worked on a guy last year in Japan. So
Mr. Betty Kruger asks for the Q&A.
Oh, Mr. Betty Kruger, yeah.
Mr. Betty Kruger. It's got that film that we're going to review. I myself am a huge Jason fan. He is by far my favorite slasher. You rank the movie, you're wrong. He ranked the movies, but he ranked the actors who played Jason Voorhees. Ted White, C.J. Graham, Kane Hodder. Kane Hodder's #1.
I would go Kane Hodder.
I love the dude, and forgive me with their names or whatever, I really like the dude who played 3. He's not with us any longer. He's died. I liked him a lot because he was small, but he went through all that makeup that made him look fucking big as shit.
Who was the guy in the remake? Is that Ted White or C.J. Graham? In the remake? Is that listed?
I think Ted White's the remake.
I like that guy too. Whoever the guy that played, I don't know if you listed him or not, but the guy that played in the remake, I thought that motherfucker was intimidating as shit. And he's huge, he's got the body build, he's got the attitude. I think for a new generation, that guy is perfect. But Kane Hodder played it so well, and he had this unique ability to the way he moved around as Jason that was different from any of the other Jasons. So Kane Hodder is like ultimate choice.
I would definitely go to Kane Hodder #1 there. Junior Blanco asks,
Junior.
Do your coworkers watch your videos?
Fuck
oh
no.
God, no.
Fuck no.
Actually, some of yours have seen it.
Yeah, okay.
Some of yours have.
I have a girl that I'm dating kind of that's seen it, but I'm not like. Well, I'm dating the girl, but she's seen the videos, but she doesn't really watch the videos all. They've seen it, and they'll be like, oh, I watched your little YouTube channel. Yeah. I'm like, well, don't fucking watch it then. I shouldn't have told them about it. Because it makes it a little awkward sometimes. I can't say where I work, but, it's just, they don't watch it enough to where I have to worry about it when I come into work. Like, why'd you say that shit? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I make Christian videos. So.
Yeah, dude, people have asked before, like at work, because I've been at the same place for like 6 years now, and they'll be like, so what do you do in your spare time? Because I'm always like tired and disheveled and talking about how I never get any sleep. Like, what is it you do? I'm like, I'm into some internet marketing.
You should do that shit from Rockstar. I was like, I'm in a band.
Constantly someone will be like, I'll slip up and say something. I'll be like, what do you mean you're doing a review? I'm like, oh, I mean, it's just I got the, if you ever got the, there's a bat. It's weird. I gotta go.
Where's the bat at?
Oh, completely like, because I do not want anybody to see that shit.
I probably shouldn't have introduced that, but whatever.
Leanne Montgomery at...
Ooh, Leanne Montgomery.
Mike, can you flex in an upcoming video?
Flex, Mike.
You've made. I'm not gonna do that.
Good bitch.
Just because I don't want the shirt to fucking rip. No.
What are you, a real American hero?
No one, trust me. I appreciate it. And I'm flattered, but no one wants to see that. B, what is the most memorable sexual experience you've ever had?
Ooh.
Jay?
I gotta take it first, fucker. Okay. Alright. I'll tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm gonna be fucking full frontal right there. Okay? It wasn't the most memorable. It was the most, like, I remember it because it was so fucking awkward. There was this girl, now listen, I'm not shitting with you. This fucking really happened. It's so embarrassing. I don't really want to talk about it, but I'll tell you. Oh, there's two! There's two! I just thought of another one. Okay, so the first one, I was fucking around with this girl, and she wanted me to do it in her butt. Like, and this was like first date, like shit. Like this wasn't like leading up to it, but she was like, I really like it in the butt. I'm like, what? And then she's like, I want you to do it by ass. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. And I was like, can I just do it in the vagina? And she's like, no. I was like, I like it in the butt. And I'm like, but I can hurt your back. And she's like, we go in the tub and like make it easier. I'm like, I just don't want to do you in the butt. So it was really, it's not a good, memorable sexual experience if that happened. Okay. And then there was another one, and I remember this. I had an apartment in Richmond. It doesn't matter where it was, but it was in Kentucky. It was a place called Richmond, Kentucky. But I was there, and this girl was going down. You know what I mean? Like she was doing the stuff, and I've never done this before. I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know. She told me, let me know. Like, you know, like the girl from American Pie, let me know. And I was like, okay. And then I said, okay, stop. And then I held it, and then I was trying to hold it, and then it hit her in the fucking eye. Like a fucking bullet. And she was like, oh my God. And like she ran into again, these are not like memorable things that I love the best. She ran in the room, I was like laughing, I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't, you know, she's like, it's not fucking funny! And she was from Jersey, she's like, it's not fucking funny, like whatever. I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, you told me to hold it, I couldn't hold it, like I didn't know. You fucking sit there like a fucking dove, like this, and anyway, what was yours?
I'll say this. So many things are running through my head right now. So many terrible and fun and wonderful moments. I'm going to say this just in case in the future, if my kids ever, God, I hope they don't ever watch this, I'm going to save it. But if you and I or any of us are ever having a beer together someday, and hopefully we are, I have such sights to show you. We'll talk about all of it.
Well, shit, you let me fucking answer. Damn.
I know, but I can't.
Well,
every story I thought, no, I can't talk about that.
You know what? I'm not. I don't want to talk about it anymore. There was bad ones.
Yeah, let's have a beer sometime, and we'll all talk. I want to talk about it, but I can't.
Maybe, yeah.
Question number 3: what are some significant events in your lives that have made you who you are today? Oh, all bad ones.
Yeah, I got like I was when I was younger. I got bullied a lot when I was in elementary school. I got kind of bullied in middle school. And then 9th grade, 10th grade.
Last weekend.
That was last night.
Can't even shop at Walmart.
Fucking bastards. They said low prices. They're fucking liars. But no, I was bullied and shit. And then it took a while for me to get to. And then I went through a bad marriage. Terrible bad marriage. I call that slut out all the time as I can. I'm not going to mention who she is because she's not worth it. But I went through that fucking shit. That was 12 years of my life, like with that same girl and stuff. And I was 5 years of marriage, and then all that shit went down. And that really shifted and changed who I was. Like right now, who I am, like versus what I was like 5 or 6 years ago, is totally fucking different. And I think, as shitty as it was that I went through all that stuff, and as bad as it was, I mean, it made me better. And I think that sometimes in life, that's what people go through, the shittiest parts of their fucking life, and at the moment, they're like, this is the worst it can get, and this is not going to do me any good. But in the end, you get stronger for it, and you do better for it. And, I appreciate that. I even appreciate that fucking slut from the mountaintop. But still, those significant events is what made me, I guess, who I am. So
yeah, the same way for me, man. It's always bad stuff that makes you turn out to be a better person. I went through some really fucking shitty stuff like right before you did. It was weird.
Yeah.
Almost around the same time.
That's why I wish I wasn't your best friend then. We were like connected. We were linking up.
Like if you guys remember, the channel disappeared there for like a month and a half. I went through some shit that I don't talk about just because it involves people that I still know, but that was a huge fucking change for me. And you're talking about like the working out and stuff like that. Sometimes it takes you to get really fucking pissed off to really just like shift your mind and make you fucking angry and make you want to make change, and that happens. The same thing with bullying when you were a kid or whatever. Meeting you and Cody was probably one of the biggest differences in my entire life. Because when I showed up to Kentucky, I literally showed up, and your brother Cody was in the same class with me. He'll tell you, I showed up wearing cowboy boots and a cowboy hat, and I was like, hey, yo. I even had one of them neckties. I moved to Kentucky from Virginia Beach. But I'd say that was a huge one for me, was meeting you guys, because then we shared all the stuff that we loved together, and then we did karate in the garage. So that was huge for me.
As friends.
And then I think it's always the worst things in your life that happen to you that really make you the good person for better. It starts out going worse. Bad things can make you bad. It's like Star Wars, the dark side of the good side.
You can pick and choose what you want to be. Yeah. How you react to the situation really ultimately makes you who you are.
I choose anger to make me a better person.
But not. You have to watch yourself, Padawan. But no, yeah, you can be, but you can choose anger. You can choose you know, mean shit. You can say, I'm just going to get back on everybody else, but you can also be like, I want to put some good and like comedy into the world. And that's where a lot of comedians get their materials from, their own shit. And by the way, I just want to say, we've read your guys' letter before. Some of you guys are going through that kind of hard shit right even now. Like, you guys listening or watching this are going through some shit that is really fucking bad. But again, don't let it fucking define you as who you are. Just let it make you better.
Let it make you angry, but do good with that anger. And obviously the number one event in my entire life has been the birth of my 2 daughters, my 2 little girls. Like, everything I do now in my life is totally for them. Even this, even the cock fuck shit fucking dirty language,
fucks and shit,
beer drinking good times that we do. I can do this now because, again, I want to show my little girls that if they love something enough, against all odds, and for us, both of us, it was against all fucking odds.
We're still against the odds.
So we're still against it bad, but when it started, it was like nobody got it. Like, no one fucking got it. It was like, what the fuck? Me being jobless, too, on top of that, because of some crazy shit that happened. It was just like... No, I mean, every single person in my life did not understand it, was against it. And at that time, they were right, because we were pretty shitty. But now, all I want to do, my sole purpose is just to, I don't want to be, like, fucking rich or anything like that. No. I want freedom from having to do something I hate for 40 hours a week like anybody does. But what I really want to do is prove to my kids that when they get older, if they work hard enough and they're willing to put in the work to do it, then they can do whatever they want with their life. As long as they're not entitled and they're good to people and they work their fucking asses off, they can have whatever life they want. Well, and that's my number one motivation.
Yeah, it's kind of like that thing, love what you do. I mean, find something in your life that you're passionate about and love what you fucking do and just keep going for it. Drive as fucking hard as you can, and if you fail, if you don't make it, at least you say, at least at the end of the day, you can say, I tried my ass off. While everybody else said, no, you can't do that shit, I said, I fucking tried. Because you guys are so used to this, I'm going to do this. And that's how I think that we both are. And yeah, man, like, you know, the fact that that shit happened to us, that the bad shit happened to us, it gave you the fucking fuel to go further. Yeah. And, you know, I hope you guys that are watching understand that. I want you guys to understand that and feel that you guys might be at a bad point in your life, and you guys, like I said, man, some of you guys are going through a really, really hard patch. And I mean, I wish I could know you personally and tell you that it gets better. It gets a little bit fucking better. Every fucking day it gets better as long as you put the energy into a positive fucking thought and find what you want to be passionate about and be like, fuck everybody else, fuck people that say no and that hate, and go forward. That's what you got to do.
Don't let it define you in a bad way. If you make it let it define you, that's fine. But let it define you in a good way. Like, always remember, you know, what happened and strive to do something different. And honestly, like, I think that having this channel has always given me something, because there for a few years in my life, I was just like, I want to work hard on something. I want to be something. I don't know what it is, because I was never good in school. I was never smart. When I went to college, people laughed at me. They're like, come on, how the fuck did you get in here? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not stupid, but I'm just not a school kid. I have ADD. It's never been my thing. I've always been a hard worker, but if I don't believe in what I'm doing, I couldn't give a shit less. It's really hard for me to do that. So I quit tons of jobs. I've done tons of shit in my life, and I don't do that now because I have kids and stuff to look after, but I think that just find your way. Just do whatever the fuck it is you want to do. We live in a time right now with the internet and the way everything is, it's easier to make it doing something you love than it's ever fucking been before. And I say, if you love something, man, just fucking do it.
And just don't sell out, man. At the end of the day, don't fucking give in to what everybody else makes you and expects you to be. Like, that always pissed me the fuck off. Like, your friends or family would tell you, like, well, this is what you should do and this is what you should be doing. Fuck you. I mean, I'm gonna make my own path. I'm gonna make my own way, and if I fail at that path, at least I have done something more than what you ever said, because you just subscribe to the bullshit and the same rigmarole that everybody else does. I'm not saying that you guys have to go out there and be like rock star musicians or successful actors or YouTubers or anything else, but even if it was like, if you're gonna be a fucking ditch digger, if that's what you want to do, then fucking be a ditch digger, the greatest of all time. Like, who fucking knows? But anyway,
I mean, I don't want a fucking Lamborghini or any of that shit. I'm not into all that. I want to wake up in the morning and do what I love all day and bust my ass doing so. And that's what this Patreon's about. That's what all of this shit is. That's what everything is about. It's not about making fucking tons of money. It's about making fuck you money. Making that. John Goodman has a speech in the movie The Gambler that is fucking perfect. It's like, fucking buy you a house, get you a car, take care of your bills, pay them off, and then everything that you have from that point on is fuck you money. You don't have to tell me what to do. I don't have to do what anybody fucking wants me to do. It's fuck you money.
Just live your life.
You know what? I say we start doing these more often. I think that's a perfect point to leave this Q&A off of, because there's shit tons more, and this video will be like 3 hours.
Yeah, we'll
long.
do a part 2.
I think we'll do a part 2. Maybe continue doing these a little bit more often because they're really fun. And
and I know that we did this on the podcast. I know we did this, but I mean, I do want to reiterate how much we appreciate you guys and how much we love the fact that you've shared your stories. And that's the only reason what we're saying right now to some of you guys that are listening. We're not going to name names and who they are, but you guys, some of you guys have been through a lot of pain and a lot of bad things happening in your life, and you guys get down and you say that you found us and we helped you. You helped us too. It's a symbiote. It's venom.
And we hope that we can help make you guys happy because you guys have given us a reason to do this, and you guys make us happy every single day.
I love your guys' comments.
And make
You're
our
fucking smoking hot.
At least semi-hard on a daily basis.
Ooh, shit.
We're getting old. Sometimes they can't get all the way there.
I know.
That's
we're not that
way.
great. I mean, I could get a good like fucking. Yeah,
my boners.
I still get morning wood.
My boners are still strong.
Yeah.
We love your fucking faces. If you got more questions, comment down below. We will finish answering these. We're just gonna kind of disperse them out to make it maybe more often because I love doing it.
It's fun. I love talking to you guys.
So we love your fucking faces. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some goddamn. Well,
goddamn bacon. Bacon, goddamn.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie. We watched a movie.